Usually I jump on here and I talk about ways that you can do something, 1, 2, 3 ways or steps to something. And today's going to be a little bit different. There have been some changes over in my world, and today's episode is going to talk about the change that is coming and about what's new in my world. It might be different from what you already know. Hello, lovely dynamic women, and welcome to the Dynamic Women podcast. I'm Diane Rolston, your host, and today I'm going to talk about the change that is coming. I haven't prepared anything of what I'm going to say. I just wanted to speak directly from the heart. So from probably back in 2019, I haven't fully felt like myself. You know, things have been off, and it's not off necessarily in a bad way. It's the change is coming, that I have been changing, that things have been different for me. And I know I'm on the verge of something big. And so, yes, some changes did happen, and offering my programs at a higher level the past year, switching over to adding in, not just switching, but adding in the virtual assistant offerings. And I know that there's something bigger coming. It is causing me to, for over the past years, kind of pull back a little bit and not be so in the public eye. When I was running the Dynamic Women Communities live events, we were doing 8 different live events every single month in 8 different locations. I even realized today I didn't even close my window. So you're going to hear the sights and sounds that is my office with the window open in North Vancouver. So with this changes, I feel a little bit like I've been in a cocoon for a while. I haven't been as public. It definitely was public in doing 8 events a month, as well as lots of speaking engagements. And I pulled in. Now, yes, things in my world happened as well as things in your world happened. COVID happened, which actually went on the night that I decided to kind of shut everything down in person. I was in Ontario at a hotel about to deliver a whole week's worth of different events for my current paid clients, for potential clients, for people that were on the start of their journey working with me, and also for my Dynamic Women community. Now, the year before, that week was about an $80,000 week, and I was on target to be $120,000. And I had to make the conscious decision, the social responsible decision to shut everything down. And I was also there visiting my father, who had cancer, and he wasn't doing so well. Then I come back home and back to BC. So that was in Ontario and back to BC. And then my kids were off school, and now I'm in charge of them, as well as kind of figuring out how am I going to adjust to this being only virtual world when I was in the event space. And so I changed things up. And then my, summer comes, my kids are here full time. And I do have a husband, but he's working at work outside of the home. And then we visit my family, and my father is in palliative care. Shock, surprise. He had a blood infection, not cancer related. And he then passes away 7 days later. And then I'm getting things going. I'm grieving, and I'm getting things back going in my business. And then my Facebook account is deactivated, and I lose all of my Facebook ads and a lot of the stuff I'd built up in my business, including all of my friend connections and client connections on Facebook. So I had a lot of stuff happening. If I wasn't already feeling myself, boy, was life really hard. And I was in a bad place. And I started gaining a lot of weight, and I'm currently looking to release that, to get rid of it, and I'm feeling better. But what I've noticed is my voice hasn't been out there as strong, and me showing up at things is just starting to come back. I didn't feel like I had the emotional or mental capacity to handle a lot of stuff, which is shocking because I used to have events, multiple events every week. and be packed all day and then be driving in traffic to get to an event and attending other people's events, hosting my own events, going to speaking engagements that I had, just on the move. And I realized I just don't have the same tolerance to stress and risk, and then normal things like traffic would stress me out to the point of not wanting to go. And so how do I then navigate this world coming from a place where I'm not myself and I can't handle things at the level I used to be able to handle, which was normal for me. So maybe you felt some of this. And I've been on this journey of yes, keeping the business going and actually quadrupling my income, which has been really exciting. However, I know that where I'm at right now is not the next chapter, and that the next chapter is just about to be opened. So I'm spending the summer just doing some reflection and doing some reading into some personal development and really building my brand and locking in what I stand for. I was asked in my Facebook group, the Dynamic Women Online Community, which is free to join if you want to. We'll have the link in the notes. I was asked by one of my clients in there, like around like, what was the turning point moment for me? Someone else asked me around what has me so passionate about what I do. And these are such great questions that I want to spend more time on. I'm going to bring those topics to you soon, but it's pretty wild. I know there's something bigger. There's something edgier coming. I took a stand-up comedy class back at the end of 2022. I actually performed in 2 shows back to back in 2 different provinces, which is pretty crazy. So for my American friends, we have provinces up here. So I did one in BC, and then I flew to Calgary and did one there, all like connected to my communities and such. It's not like a paid gig at a comedy club. But that was so invigorating. And I know that for me, it's important for me to follow the energy and what am I in alignment with and what invigorates me and excites me. And that's been the VA stuff, virtual assistant services that my team is performing, because I can use my business strategy. I can use the life coaching and then now the support of them to really propel my clients forward. So I just kind of wanted to riff here and let you know where I'm at. I was just at a CAP summer party, which is Canadian Association of Professional Speakers. And there I was just telling people like something big is coming. And I am a type and I'm driven, and I am the type of person that's like, okay, here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm going to do all of it. Let's go. Let's do this. But I'm really being in this place of being. I'm usually a doer. There's being and doing, and that's the co-active coaching model that I was trained in. And I was never super strong at the being side. I'm very, very strong, like hyper strong on the doing side. And I've really toned that down so that I could bring more up on the being side, which is the listening, the intuitive, the asking questions, rather than the diving forward and getting things done, because I know this next iteration of me and what I'm offering, it's going to be still in alignment with the life coaching, business consulting, virtual assistant services, along with life balance, women's empowerment, business scaling and systems. And I just haven't figured out what that one thing is yet and what that looks like. And so I'm giving it space. And that's hard. That's so hard for me because I want to jump in and I want to do. And so this summer I'm just being with it. If you have any tips for how to be with something, how to really unlock the brand and the messaging, feel free to shoot me a message, ask me some questions. I'm open to kind of pulling things in. So I wanted to just let you know for now, I'm kind of in the cocoon, but I'm still active and big things are coming. The change is coming. It's exciting. It's also scary. So me even saying that it's scary could be a new thing. My clients know, my audiences know, my Friends know that I am like, wear my heart on my sleeve, extremely transparent, can be vulnerable for sure. But what I know is that what I'm seen or heard outside is more of a polished look. Maybe in listening to my podcasts or watching me on YouTube, or when you get to hear me speak for longer than a minute, you hear more and you see that the walls come down and that you're let in. Well, you're going to be let in a lot more. And the reason why I haven't before is not because I'm hiding. It's because I don't believe that everyone online should be completely open and transparent and vulnerable all the time. It is just not how the world works. And people that don't know you haven't earned the right to know these things about you. So with my clients, as I said, in my circles, at my events, I am an open book, and I will share and I will pull back the curtain and talk about the hard moments, as well as I'd like to think in episodes like this. In the past, over the past 4 years, as I've done an episode every single week, I'd like to think that you hear these moments. But I realize that I've been doing a lot of teaching, a lot of training. And what instead I want to do is really step into the being side more in what I put out into the world, as well as more, oh, the word eluded me now. So more being, it was an idea, not a word. And more storytelling. I want to do more storytelling and really let out more of the edgy side of me. Yeah, that part fires me up. I just heard our national president, Lorne Kelton, speak about speakers should be persuading or provoking. And if they're not doing that, he feels like, what's the point? I want to provoke more. And I feel like you want to be provoked. You want to feel something. You want to have something said that causes you to get into action, that pushes you to feel motivated and inspired and all in on a topic, on your goals, on your life, whatever it may be. And I'm in for that ride. So it made me think of like a raft on the rapids. Like I want to be the guide and you jump on and let's have a wild ride. And so I'm going to end it here. If you have any thoughts, any comments, I don't always hear from you, from my audience. So this is the time. I really want to start this dialogue between me and you. So what did this evoke in you? What part excited you? What questions does this leave you with? What suggestions or comments do you want to make? I want to hear it. This is the change that's coming. I don't know what it looks like yet, but I'm here for it. I'm excited. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being part of my life, though I may not know you are if you're just a silent listener or viewer of what I put out into the world. So I have to do the spiel at the end, hit like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Because, hey, your friends are my friends and would love to have them be part of the journey as well, and for us to learn from each other. So until next time, stay dynamic, everyone. Thanks. Bye.